Not an expert, not a professional, I'm just a guy looking to leave today better than I found it. And if you're like me, you're constantly looking for ways to improve yourself. My name is Wade, and this is the place where we learn to be better together. It's Wellness Wednesday time.
Making a difference. Standing for what's right. A better tomorrow starts here. From the Do Good, Be Great studios, you're listening to the Daily Good.
And it is awesome that you are spending some time with us. Hope your week is going good. For your Wellness Wednesday, we wanted to share with you the barrier to success that no one is talking about from Andrew Chaté at success.com. He wants to share with you this 3-step process to identify and deal with the subconscious beliefs that are holding you back. There are plenty of barriers to success, but there's one substantial obstacle that few people know about. It's your iceberg beliefs. Wellness experts Jan Bruce, Andrew Chaté, and Adam Perlman say from the moment we can think, we're building beliefs about ourselves, our world, and our place in the world. Some people's beliefs are about how things work, such as a squeaky wheel gets the most grease, or good things happen to good people. Others are about how things should be, such as I should get everything perfectly right, or sacrificing for others is the right thing to do. Research suggests that by the time we're around 8 to 12 years old, these beliefs are solidifying, and by the time we're in early adulthood, they are largely set in stone. They're called icebergs because typically we are only aware of the tip. The bulk of the berg lies under the water, in our unconscious. The problem is these icebergs are limiting, if not downright self-defeating. Take Robert, a broker in a large financial firm in Philadelphia. He had the squeaky wheel iceberg without really knowing it. And while it did win him the big corner office, it also gained him the bruised egos and resentment of his colleagues, who did not get the grease. Then there's Jean, a retail manager in Columbus, Ohio, who wanted a promotion to senior leadership, but was passed over because, according to her boss, she didn't assert herself enough. Jean drilled down to uncover her iceberg. The only conceited people push their own opinion one. She was surprised that she was carrying that iceberg around, but also instantly acknowledged it because it was a message she often heard from her mother growing up. Trevor needed help to uncover his iceberg, the I should be all things to all people one. In a demanding senior management position in pharma, with 3 children and a large and needy extended family, no wonder Trevor was pulled from pillar to post, had little work-life balance, and was experiencing escalating levels of stress. The good news is, there's a simple 3-step process to successfully navigate around these icebergs. Step 1. Map the iceberg. Think of your life as a map. If you know where the icebergs are, you'll be able to sail around them. Choose a life issue where you're blocked. You can't get that promotion or break through on that productivity metric, or a time when you had surprisingly big emotional reaction. Ask yourself a few questions about the event. What's the worst part of that for me? What does failure mean to me? If I were to achieve that goal, what would that say about me? Do this in a few iterations, and the iceberg will pop. You'll know you've got it if there's a should or a must in your belief. Step 2. Challenge the iceberg. Once you've got the iceberg belief out of your head and on the table, examine it. Is it accurate? Is it useful? It may have been helpful when you were 8 years old, but now it's a museum piece that's dragging you down. Can you keep the part of the iceberg that's a positive value? The one like, a good person looks out for their family, while at the same time dropping the black and white belief that it's impossible to achieve, such as, I should always be here for all the people I love. Step 3. Melt the iceberg. Know when you're most vulnerable to hitting your icebergs. Is it when you're interacting with authority, like your boss? When you're pulled between work and home? Maybe it's when you're with your in-laws. Have a mantra ready to melt the iceberg. For Squeaky Wheel Robert, it was, it's in my best interests to share resources at least occasionally. For Gene, it was, I have things of value to say, and voicing them is not a sign of arrogance. And for Trevor, who was trying in vain to be all things to all people, it was, I don't have a cape with an S on it. I can only do the best I can. If you can follow these 3 steps and master your icebergs, you can reap significant benefits in performance, burnout relief, stress relief, and emotional calm. Great steps. I think it leads us to the question of, what iceberg did you discover about yourself? Fascinating when you think about how much more there is under the surface. I know for me, I've got a lot of icebergs to work on. Hey, never miss a daily good podcast by subscribing to us on iTunes by searching Do Good Be Great. While you're over there, rate and review us, why don't you? And stay connected with us all week by liking Do Good Be Great on Facebook. We'll talk to you again at the end of the week for Feel Good Friday. But until then, my friends, stay great.